Hi, everybody, and here we are on my 30th Facebook Live broadcast, and tonight we have Andrea with us. And what is this all about? I mean, if you don't know anything about this, then maybe Facebook just aren't letting you know. Because I've been in now for 30 days. Well, this is my 30th day, to be honest. Let's get real here. And what it's all about is you. It's all about you. It is you, the members of Now, who are coming in here with me, sitting here, whether it's through the internet or maybe we're sitting somewhere having coffee. And you're telling me, you're telling everybody in Now about yourself, about who you are and what you do. And it's a great way to be able to get not only yourself out there as your business with your service or your product, but it's a fabulous way to get confident on being in front of the camera, because that's the way to go when it comes to promoting your business. So you're not here to listen to me. So I'm going to pass over to Andrea and say to Andrea, who are you and what do you do?
Hi, everybody. So my name's Andrea Cumming, and I'm a very busy mum of 3 teenagers. I turned 55 this week, which I'm very proud of. And I'm also going through the menopause at the moment. So if my glasses start to steam up, you'll know why.
We understand.
As well as being a busy mum, I'm also a business owner. So I juggle several plates, actually. I'm a coordinator for Mums in Business Association, and that's actually how I met Lindsay. I'm responsible for the Glasgow and Lanarkshire group. And this week I actually came through to Edinburgh and attended the meeting in central Edinburgh and had a thoroughly nice time and got to meet some lovely ladies.
Yeah.
So that's one of the hats that I wear. And then I've also got an organic wellness candle business. But my main business and focus is Forever Living. So I'm a network marketer. And for those of you who have not heard of Forever Living, I work alongside the largest grower of aloe vera in the world. So I promote a wonderful range of all natural aloe vera products. But as well as that, I also help other, predominantly women, but it doesn't have to be women. I help other people to build Forever Living businesses as well. So it can be busy mums who are maybe wanting to spend more time with their children rather than having to put them into childcare. It can also be mums or new mums who are on maternity leave. It can be women like myself who are slightly more mature and are maybe looking to do something else in their life, maybe wanting to top up their future pension. And as I say, it's not all women, but it can also be people who've got their own business and they're maybe looking to make a little bit of extra income. So it's very wide ranging. So those are my business interests. And then on top of that, just to make life even more interesting, I have a job. I work 8 hours a week, which is very part-time, as a community support worker in a deprived area of Rutherglen in Glasgow. So a very different to what I do in the business world, but also very, very rewarding. Sorry, that was a bit of a tongue twister there. So like a lot of mums, I'm spinning lots of plates, and I'm proof that you can do that, although there are some times when plates are very close to crashing down to the ground. And I'm also proof that there's life after a marriage breaking up. So I had a very painful experience last year, but I've rebuilt everything, and I'm now ready to take on the world again. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. And and I'm also a dog lover. Got 2 dogs that keep me sane when the teenagers are driving me nuts.
Oh,
and I've also and then prior to having my current businesses, I worked for 20 years in the corporate world in IT training, which I loved. Suffered redundancy, which is happening more and more these days. And then I made the crazy decision to own a cafe. And I call it a crazy decision because I met lots of people who said, "Oh, I'd love to have a cafe." And I was one of those people.
Yeah.
And then I did it, and it was very hard work. But I'm glad I've ticked it off the list of things that I wanted to do. So I'm
Yes, and
kind of,
the great thing about the cafe is that, I mean, in the corporate world, you would have had that all that interaction with people, but that would have been on a completely different level. Having the
yeah.
cafe, you had that different interaction with people, which is now, I'm presuming, gone into your business, where you can help everybody who is a part of your business, Forever Living.
Yeah,
And I
definitely.
mean, I know that Forever Living's been on the go since about 1978, hasn't it? So it
Yeah,
is,
it's been around a long time.
yes.
Yes.
So it's one of those companies that know what they're doing.
Oh, definitely. I mean, network marketing is kind of a huge business trend, and it's only going to get larger. But you have a mixture of companies that come into that industry, and I'm proud to say that Forever Living are one of those that's well established and it's very ethical.
Yeah,
And like you say, it's definitely here to stay because a lot of people these days are looking for natural ways to stay healthy or to solve health issues. And we're
absolutely.
lucky to be in that. We're lucky to be in that arena. Certainly, as a mum, I only ever go down the antibiotic route when I'm absolutely desperate. I always try and solve things naturally, or even be preventative. Um,
Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes,
so I'm
and
definitely in the right industry.
like you
Sorry.
said, Forever Living is very much with aloe vera. Now, I'm a massive fan of aloe vera. I, like you, I will have so many positive stories about it. So it's a
Mm-hmm,
wonderful, what's the word, product that you can
mm-hmm,
use to not only for yourselves but for those people that's in your line.
mm-hmm.
So you are there to help any newbies to get started, to know what
Yes.
to do. That's
Yeah, I help people to follow a very well, um, I was going to say well-worn pattern, but it's an approach that has been used for years and it works. So why reinvent the wheel?
hmm
But another thing that I like to do with my kind of with my MIBA, my mum's in business hat on, I really do like to help other people. And I do that just, I don't charge to do it. I'm more than happy to help people and advise people. And also, another thing that I like to do is I like to connect people. So, if I come across somebody who's looking for, say, a graphic designer, I've got people that I know through doing networking, and I will recommend them onto the person that's looking for somebody. So I think it's really important in business to help each other out, especially small businesses, because it
absolutely,
can be a lone, it can be a lonely old world out there. Um,
absolutely, absolutely.
so I really
So
do like to help other people, and the nature of what I do, my Forever Living business, it's about helping other people to help them financially and also help them to develop as people, because I'm a very different person to the person I was 3 years ago when I joined Grant Thornton. That's who I used to work for when I joined Forever Living, because I've done a huge amount of self-development in the last 3 years. So
yes, I think
yes.
we do. We do. I mean, our life experiences, at the time they feel horrendous, they are horrendous. But
Hmm.
once we move out of those, it is like, oh, thank you. Thank you for doing that to me. Thank you for
Yes.
me letting you do that to me, because you do become so much stronger. And because you have gone through a lot of life difficulties, anybody who hasn't gone through that or is going through that with Mimba, you meet them there or you meet them with Forever Living, you understand so well that you are
Hmm.
there literally to hold a hand,
Definitely.
to help them
Def-
be successful.
definitely. And you know, I honestly believe now that that's, I suppose you could call it a vocation, but I do
Yeah,
really enjoy helping people, whether it be in terms of helping them with the products, or helping people, you know, build a forever business, or just helping people generally, you know, building their
yeah,
businesses and
yeah,
pointing people in the right direction. Because
yeah.
you know, I've got a lot of life experience and business
Hmm.
experience, and I'm more than happy
Hmm.
to share that with
Yeah.
people.
And you mentioned, networking, and yes, we met
Yeah.
at Annie's Mimba in Edinburgh. It's the first time
uh,
I've ever been to a Mimba meeting. I
yeah.
have to say that, and it was
Yes.
really good, lovely. It was relaxing.
Mm,
Poor Annie couldn't get us just to stay for 2 minutes to talk about something. We just kept going on and on and on.
I
But
know.
it's where I met you. See, this is my point. This is where I met you. That was the first time I'd ever been there networking. I met you, and for today, I was at a loss how, who, or what, or to be able to carry out this Facebook Live. And I messaged you, and you said, "Yeah, I'll do that." Now that
Mhm.
could have happened if we hadn't been networking.
I know. I know, definitely. And I would encourage anybody who's got a business or is thinking of starting a business to get out there and network.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hated I hated networking when I was in the corporate world. I'd rather be
Mm,
in the background making teas and coffees. But when I started my forever business, I thought, right, I need to get back out there, start meeting new people, and it was very nerve-wracking.
yeah.
And sometimes, you know, when you network, you walk into a room of people and you think, oh, everybody knows everybody else, but in fact they don't. Everybody's there just
Mm-hmm.
themselves.
Yeah,
We're all in the
yeah.
same position. And I would also encourage women, if you're networking for the first time, find a group like MIBA, or there's other networking groups that are specifically for women. Because I'm not being sexist here, but there's always a completely different dynamic in the room.
Oh, absolutely. I
Us,
totally
us
agree.
ladies, us ladies love to chat,
We
and
do, and it's great fun. Well,
yeah.
Andrea, I'm going to ask you a totally off random question is how often do you window shop, and would you rather go shopping by yourself or with someone?
Well, that's actually quite an interesting question, because I've had varied experiences when it comes to shopping. When I was younger, I used to like going shopping on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and but then equally, I also used to love going shopping with my mum, because we used to just end up having a really good laugh. And yeah, it was just a really nice experience. These days, well, I say these days, I mean, more recently, I've been going shopping with the children, which can be an interesting experience. Um, but the thing that I really like to do, which I is kind of a treat for me, is I love going to TK Maxx. I'm not plugging TK Maxx, I'm not on commission, but I just love going in there and having a good old root about. I mean, you've got to have plenty of time on your hands, and you've
Yeah.
got to
Oh,
have two
yes.
free hands to have a good old root about. And I've always loved finding bargains. And my mum brought me up well. And yeah, I really like to have a good old rummage around in TK Maxx. Sometimes I come out there and I haven't actually bought anything, but I think for my mental health it's actually quite good going in and having a rummage. I love
Lovely.
shoes as well, so I
Mm.
like to pick up a bargain in the shoe department. So um I wouldn't say I'm a window shopper, but I do like to go into a store and have a good old route about.
Rummage
And
about.
another store I really like is Home Bargains. And I know a lot of um, mums that I meet who are in business, they rave about Home Bargains because they're great for
They
making
are
up gift
fabby.
sets and things like that.
Absolutely fabby. Well,
Yes.
Andrea, we're coming to the end. We've got like 15 seconds. Can you believe this?
Okay.
It's always just flies by. So thank you
Yeah.
so much for being willing to come on here and literally save my bacon And because I
Oh,
want
you're welcome.
to be on thank you every single day. I don't want to miss a day because I've got 100 days, and I promise everybody I will be in here for the 100 days. So everybody, and now thank you so much for coming on here. And Alison McCall, I see that you are here. And Alison is saying, two great ladies together.
Oh, that's lovely.
And she's saying hi to me and hi to you.
Okay. Hi, Alison.
So if anybody would like to come and be a part of 100 Days Facebook Live broadcast so that you can showcase yourself and or your business, then either message in the comments box or message me. Most of March are all filled up. I've got about a quarter of April, but then I've got 9 days in May. And then that'll be my lot for this particular round. Who knows, I might even do it again. So I'm going to say goodbye to everybody in now and say goodbye to Andrea. Thank you so much for coming on here. Totally
Well, thank you for having me, Lindsay. All right then.
All right. Bye
Bye for
everyone
now.
now.
Bye.
Bye.